Hey guys, I'm Alex. Thanks for clicking and welcome to this lesson on articles and geography, continents, countries, and landmarks. This is the second part of a two-part series. If you missed the first part on articles and geography, bodies of water, you can check it out at the link attached to this video. All right, so today we're looking at continents, countries, and landmarks. First of all, we have continents, for example, Asia, South America, Europe, whatever it is. What do you think? Should we attach the or the to these continents? Do you say, for example, China is in Asia or China is in the Asia? No. Okay. So it's in Asia, right? So with continents, we do not use the article the. We just say Asia, South America, Europe. I visited Europe this past summer. I just came back from Antarctica, wherever you went, okay? Countries, now we have, countries are a little more complicated. Most countries, for example, Sweden, Canada, Mexico, Spain, France, etc., we do not need an article, right? We don't say the Sweden or the Canada or the Mexico. We say, no, I live in Canada. Hey, I'm from Mexico. I went to Sweden for vacation. However, there are some countries, islands also, where you do need to use the article the. Now, an easy rule to remember is if the country has a political title, okay? So if you see the word Republic or the People's Democratic Republic or anything like that in the country's title, you will use the, okay? Okay, so if you have like the Democratic Republic of North Korea, or if you have the People's Republic of China, anything like that, you will always have the. There are also some islands such as the Bahamas or the Philippines, but this rule is not consistent with islands because then you also have Malaysia, which is a group of islands, but you don't really say the Malaysia. So unfortunately, it's not consistent. However, if you would like to learn which ones do use the, which ones don't use the, unfortunately, it's just practice and checking it out online. Okay, in terms of landmarks, for example, if you have buildings, structures, statues, things like that, like for example, Eiffel Tower, Statue of Liberty, you need to use the in these situations. Okay? So again, to review, for continents, we do not use the. For countries, most countries, we do not use the unless they have a political title or there are certain islands which also have the. And for landmarks, such as the Eiffel Tower, the Statue of Liberty, the London Eye, generally we use the with them. Now, as I mentioned over here, you know, there are some countries, some islands that use the, some that don't use the. And if you'd like to have the complete list, it would take me a lot of board space to write the complete list here. So I won't be doing that in this video. However, if you'd like to see the complete list, you can check out the resources section on engVid.com and find it there. All right, guys, if you want to test your knowledge of this information, you can check out the quiz on engVid.com. Good luck.